gamers, pixel pushers, and fellow button mashers, welcome! The arcade is now open. So as you can see, I do not have a mic or a camera today, unfortunately. It was lagging. It was working just fine when I first plugged it in, or set it up. I don't plug it in, I use Bluetooth. Hold on, performance mode. There we go. It was lagging though. It started to lag, so that was kind of a big deal that I needed to fix. It's just my phone that I use as a camera. How you doing on your moves? You have one shadow ball left. I'm gonna go... real quick, back to the dojo and heal. Or I probably have, like, potions and stuff, don't I? Or ethers is what I need. Sorry, hold on. Do I have any ethers? I have a max elixir. My goodness. Max potion and it's starred? I don't know why it's starred. That's kind of interesting. Max ether. Yeah, it's best if I just go. Because my Pokemon are fine health-wise. What I need is the moves. So I will go back to the dojo. In fact, I can probably just, yeah. There we go. Oh, it's raining here. That's interesting. It's not raining at Challenge Beach, which is what matters. Okay. Restore my Pokemon. Nice. Now let's see if I remember how to get back there. I think I do, but... Soothing Wetlands. We got Bouffalant. Comfey. Baneri, not Baneri. What's the Lopunny? Baneri is the pre-evolved version. Challenge Beach. Courageous Cavern. Sorry, I guess Challenge Beach is not what I meant to say before. I meant to say Loop Lagoon. Okay, here we go. That's not what I meant to press. Here we go. Okay, let's see what... And we can use Chandelure again. I mean... Here, let's do a different Pokemon. What moves do you have? You have Dark Pulse and you have Hex. Okay. Oh, and you have Hypnosis, too. So, probably best for you... In case I do find the shiny. I kind of hope I don't today, which I know is weird to say, but because I don't have the camera, I'd feel really bad if I got it today and, like, couldn't see my own reaction. Like, come on. Watch today be the day. I mean, I'll still freak out probably and be like, oh my god, I got a shiny, you know, all that, but, you're not gonna see it, which is unfortunate. This is my second shiny hunting stream without a camera, and I hate that. Like, chances are I'm not gonna get it, but at the same time, if I do get it, I'm gonna be bummed. Because I don't have my camera to record my reaction. Anyway, I'm not seeing any brilliant auras. So nobody's here right now, it looks like, unfortunately. I want to say how's everyone doing, but nobody's here, so nobody's gonna answer. That's okay. I'll be okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Not a shiny, but it was our first brilliant, so we'll go ahead and count it. At least the shiny for Sandyghast is really, really obvious. If it wasn't, if it was just like a different colored shovel or something and that was it, oh my god. I would not be going for it this hard. I'm only going for it because it's so different, and because it's a ghost type and I love ghost types. But it's such a peak shiny, man, it's so good. A bag of Stardust, nice. I know in my German playthrough I could technically come to the Isle of Armor at any point in time, like it doesn't have to be at the end after I've beat the main game and stuff, but when it comes to DLC and stuff, I prefer to do the main game first and then do the DLC, you know? Like, yes, you can go to Isle of Armor at any point. Same with the Crown Tundra, except for the Crown Tundra does not scale. Isle of Armor scales, the Crown Tundra does not. So if I go to the Isle of Armor at level 20, all the Pokemon and trainers and stuff are going to be level 20 and close to it, you know? Like, so it's fair. But in the Crown Tundra, Pokemon are like level 60 or something. So, definitely not, I mean, you're allowed to lose the first battle and stuff, and then you just go do Dynamax adventures to get strong Pokemon and all that, which, I mean, is cool and all. And I definitely will be doing... Hello, Clobopus. I will be doing, Dynamax adventures when I get to it. Not anytime soon, because I'm still pretty early in the game. What did I just do? So I am about to fight B. I have not fought her yet. I'm about to fight her. So that's something. Yeah, Pinkerton. Sandyghast, another Sandyghast. I'm just kidding. Like, wow, look at all the Sandyghast. I had no idea there were so many. The best place to hunt for them is right here. I know I could do the Masuda method, but I don't have a foreign Ditto, so I actually can't. Like, I know it would technically be better than this, than what I'm doing. By a long shot, probably. And I'd probably be done by now. Not, like, within 9 minutes by now. I just mean by the time I've actually... Like, all the time I've put into this, if I had done it with hatching instead, I would have it by now, is what I'm trying to say. At least I think so, I don't know. Like, that's the feeling I get, but knowing my luck, that's not actually the truth. Interesting. Huh. Sorry. I was pressing, ZL. Right? No, just L. I was pressing L on my controller and it was moving the camera just slightly. I didn't know it could do that, so that's what I was doing right there. That's why I was like, oh, interesting. Man, I gotta say, it has been hot. It's getting to like 80 degrees now, it's crazy. I know that's not hot compared to some places, but where I am, that's pretty hot. Sorry, I don't really know what to talk about, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's kind of the thing with shiny hunting streams. A wild Spritzy appears. Wow. Anyway, that's the thing with shiny hunting streams, is that if you don't have a chat, it's kind of just, it is what it is, you know? Like, it's a little dull, it's just harder to stay, like, upbeat and energetic and stuff like that when there's nobody to talk to and you're just kind of running back and forth in an area over and over and over. Anyway, number 3. Nope, but at least it's number 3. It's super effective. Sehr effective. Too bad Pokemon can't be beyond level 100. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be broken, probably. Can you imagine a Pokemon game that's so long that you're able to go past level 100? Oof. I feel like in Pokerogue you can go past 100. I don't know. If there was anyone here, I would say, like, oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but at the same time, there's no one here. I really should look into Pokemon Champions and see what that's actually like. Maybe watch a video on it or something. Because I want to play it. I think it would be a lot of fun, actually. I love the competitive side of Pokemon. I'm not, like, that deep into it as far as, like, EVs and IVs and stuff like that. Like, I know about those things, but I don't care about those things. I know they're important. But I still like the strategy and stuff related to battle. Like, I don't know how well I would do, but I think I'd enjoy it at the very least. If I ever did get it in play, it would be an English thing, just so I could understand all the battle mechanics fully and everything. And in Champions, can't you, like, do Terrestrialization and Dynamaxing and Z-Power and, like, all that stuff? The Z-Move? Or whatever those are called, I don't know. I don't know all the specific mechanics that have been introduced over the years. Megas, stuff like that. Nope. Okay. So I'd have to learn those kind of mechanics and how those actually work. But I think it would be a lot of fun, and it would be cool to explore and stuff. I'm still bummed Cinderace isn't there. Like, why? I hope Pumpkaboo is there. Not that it would do very well, probably, but I hope it's there. I hope there's at least some ghost types. Because you know I would run a ghost type team. I've already got 2 ghost types on my German team. That was not my intention, but it's happened. Of course, my Litwick is gonna, like, barely do anything until it evolves. So now I have a fire type that I can barely use. Because it's so weak. It's just Litwick, it's not a Lampent yet. And it's definitely not a Chandelure yet. I still can't believe it takes till level 41 to evolve. Like, why? I don't understand. Why is the level curve so bad for Gen 5? It's ridiculous. At least my Mabrana is gonna actually evolve soon into Seismitoad. Sorry, Mabrana is the German name. Oh, it says I have 1 viewer. Hello, viewer. If you're here, hello. I was talking about Pokemon Champions. I apologize for the lack of camera. It was lagging. I know it's not great to have a shiny hunting stream without the camera. Trust me, I know. I apologize. Here's number 4. I'm only counting brilliant encounters, by the way. That hasn't been the case the whole time. The 1K number came from normal encounters first. But since I've learned that the shiny odds only increase now for brilliant encounters, I'm now going with brilliant only. So if there's a bunch of them and there's no brilliance, then I don't care. I really should get Scarlet and Violet sometime. One of them, not both of them. I'm not Like, I'm the kind of person who just sticks with one version. But I haven't decided which version I want yet, honestly. Like, my first pick was Violet, but at the same time, Scarlet's pretty cool. Like, they're both cool. And what starter would I pick? Let me think for a minute. Maybe Meowscarada. I could pick, Skeledirge. That'd be cool. Actually, yeah, I probably will, because isn't it Fire Ghost or something? As someone who loves ghost types, I have to, like, I almost have to pick that. And it's a cool design, too. I mean, I like it. I like the kind of, is it Day of the Dead inspired, or it's inspired by some festival of some kind. I don't know if it's Day of the Dead or something else, but it's cool. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of that kind of aesthetic as well. So yeah, I guess I would pick Fuecoco. Now, I wonder if I should play that game in German or in English when I eventually do play it. Here's another brilliant aura. Not a shiny, but it's a brilliant, so we'll count it. Yeah, I want Scarlet and Violet, but my main problem is that I just have a normal Nintendo Switch. I don't have a Switch 2. Could I get a Switch 2? Maybe, if the price comes down, but the price is a little too expensive right now. And I'm perfectly happy with my Switch. So that means if I get Legend ZA eventually, it will be just the Switch version, not the Switch 2 version. Which I have to wonder if it runs well. I know Scarlet and Violet has so many bugs, it's ridiculous. That's one reason why I haven't gotten it. Even though it looks like fun, and it's got a great story, and the characters are all great. Not all great, but you know, they're... Oh, I need to actually... There we go. Courageous Cavern. Make sure I cross the threshold in order to reset the spawns over here. Oh, I thought that was a brilliant aura. It is not. Nope, okay. But yeah, I feel like I would get really, really frustrated by the lag and all that. That I just don't think it would be an enjoyable experience. So maybe one day I will get a Switch 2, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Like, they have to reduce the price a lot. If they made like a Switch Lite, a Switch 2 Lite, maybe. I don't know if I could still hook that up to my stream or not, maybe. I just have a normal 2018 Nintendo Switch. I think 2018, right? Is that when it came out? I don't know. I got it within like the first like year or two of it being released. I know that much. And I've only had to replace one Joy-Con one time. Because it had horrible drift. I vividly remember playing Pokemon Sword, being outside the daycare, and just going in circles. Not touching my control stick, just my character was just going in circles. Without me even touching the controller. That's how bad the drift was. It was bad. And I've had a few moments here and there with this Joy-Con, this blue one I have right now, that made me think it had drift, where like in the menus and stuff it would go down and not stay up kind of deal. But that's only happened a few times, like maybe 3 or 4 times in the past several months. And it usually resolves itself. So I don't know if that means this Joy-Con is going out. It was refurbished, it wasn't brand new when I got it, so that's possible. But still. I've only had this Joy-Con for like, you know, instead of 8 years, it's only been like 4. Wow, I can't believe it's been 8 years since 2018. That's wild. That's one of those things that makes you go like, wow, I'm so old. I'm not actually that old, but it feels like it sometimes. And nostalgia just kind of hits you like a truck. Like, wow. If there is someone watching, feel free to say hi in the chat, but if you're watching in the background or something, I totally get it. You're not obligated to chat. I'm just saying, if you want to, you totally could. I'm a very welcoming person. I always appreciate chatters. Unless it's like a spam bot or something, but that's different. And at this point, pretty recognizable. I've gotten tripped up a few times. Like, I had one that was actually on the YouTube side for once. I never get chat on YouTube side. I'm streaming this on both Twitch and YouTube, by the way. It says my viewers on Twitch, so I'm also streaming it on YouTube under the same name. But, I actually got, like, a chat from YouTube for once, and it asked, like, what's my favorite Pokemon? It can't be a legendary or a mythical, blah, blah, blah. And I said, like, oh, it's Pumpkaboo. I don't have a specific reason, except for that it's a ghost type, and I love it, and it's adorable. It's not like I have a specific memory tied to it, except for getting a shiny, but it was already my favorite before I got a shiny. That's why I don't consider it like a huge moment for me that like really solidified my love for it kind of thing. I already loved it. I got it in 60 encounters, by the way. It's on my team right now, my shiny pumpkin. And it's still a Pumpkaboo. It has not evolved because I don't want it to. It will stay Pumpkaboo forever. It's level 100 now too, I think, so like it's Pumpkaboo forever and ever and ever. And it has an Eviolite. So it's got more defense. It's bulky. A bulky pumpkin. And it's like it's not super size. I want to say it's just the large size. I don't know, it says probably in the Pokedex, but I don't feel like looking at it right now. But anyway, so the spam bot was like, it's okay if you don't know, or now we just gotta get you a plush or something. And I was like, I mean, I would love a plush, but that's not something I would want from chat, necessarily. I'm not opening up my, like, P.O. box or anything, you know? So, not anytime soon. And probably never as well, because I doubt I'll ever get that big to be receiving gifts and stuff like that. One day, like, I'd like to have a decent-sized community of, like, I don't know, 10 regulars? Like, is that so much to ask, where there's, like, maybe 10 viewers who watch and a few who chat regularly? Like, that's my goal, honestly. I'm not trying to make it big. I'm trying to just build a little community and have a good time and, you know, talk about Pokemon and Mario Kart and... Which I got burnt out of Mario Kart DS hard. Like, it was bad. I spent, like, 2 weeks straight trying to snake Figure 8 Circuit. At least a week straight, I want to say... Was it 2 weeks or 1 week? I can't remember, but it was a while where I practiced every single day just to try and beat the staff ghost on Figure 8 Circuit, and I did, eventually, which I was super proud of. But trying to snake on other courses and stuff was getting way too, like, I don't know, it's too hard, man. I just got burnt out real bad. I was having fun with it and everything. I tried mission mode, and I couldn't get past the stupid mission where you have to, like, run into Cheep Cheeps with a star. Because they kept jumping over me, and it was really frustrating, and I do not handle frustration very well. It was just a mess. Like, I love Mario Kart DS, and I would love to keep playing it. What I really want to play is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But the thing is, I don't know if my setup is good enough for that. It might lag too much. Because, like, right now, I'm playing Sword, and it's going okay. Like, it lags every so often. But it's not very noticeable because it's a pretty slow game. It's a self-paced, you know, you go from point A to point B, you fight Pokemon, you do, you know, whatever. 6. But it's just, I don't know. I would love to play it for sure, because I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, I don't know how many tracks someone can do in an hour, I'd have to look that up, but I would just go through all the tracks, and probably Grand Prix, Maybe online one day. I don't have online currently, but I'm not against getting it again. I've had it before. Um, excuse me. Sorry, my voice is a little tired. Hold on. Just took a drink of my drink. Sorry about that. Okay. For not having much to talk about, I'm sure talking a lot. Oh, another one already. Nice. Number 7. Number 7. Let me make sure I actually saved that. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, I definitely have like favorite Mario Kart 8 tracks. 8 Deluxe, I should say. If I ever do get a Switch 2, I would definitely get Mario Kart World for it. Because it does look like fun. It looks hard. Like the going on the walls and grinding on the rails and doing all that seems really tricky. Like, it seems like it has quite a skill ceiling. So I would play it pretty casually, probably. You know, like, I watched Shortcat play it, if you know who that is. But, like, I would be nowhere near his level, kind of thing. Now, my brother, if he tried, maybe. Like, he could maybe. He's good. Like, he's good at video games. In general. Not, like, a specific genre, necessarily. He just likes playing video games, and he's quite good at them in general. I'm okay with them. I'm better at some than more. Bleh. Better than some. Okay, hold on. I'm, like, stumbling over my words. I apologize. I'm better at some than others. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. I'm better at Pokemon, for instance, than I am at Mario. I'm not a very good Mario player because I'm not good at platforming. It's kind of a disaster. So Pokemon is kind of my lane. Pokemon and Mario Kart. Mario Kart I can play with a decent amount of skill and finesse, but it's not nearly to the level of like pros and stuff. But Mario Kart was doing really good for my stream actually, because I actually got a few like pros in chat trying to coach me twice. Which was really cool. Shout out to not MK Dasher, he definitely didn't show up. I don't know, I forget who they were exactly, but they were, one was a top 100 player and the other was a top 300 player. MK Dasher was not one of them, I want to be clear. But, it was cool, for sure. Like, they were giving me good tips and everything, but, like, the last time I had one, I was frustrated and probably came off shorter than I anticipated. And they left really soon after they had stayed. When before, like, a coach would pop up and I would, like, talk to them for over 100 messages. And I know because Restream tells me, like, hey, you've talked to this person for over 100 messages. Wow. So the fact that they left so soon that time means that my energy was just not great. Which, I take responsibility for that. I wasn't having a good stream. It was frustrating and I was just not in a great mood. So I am, like, taking responsibility for that. It was me, it wasn't them. I try and stay in a good mood and stuff for streams, but sometimes the game kind of just gets to you, you know? Where you're just falling off all the time, or like you're trying, like I was on Yoshi Falls trying to take the first and third waterfall, but not the second one. And I could get, like, the third one very consistently. The first one I could barely do at all. It was ridiculous. I could not turn tight enough in order to get there, like... And then this, like, I kept falling into the second waterfall, or I kept going off the edge entirely. It was bad. Like, every time I tried to go for the first waterfall, I went off the edge. If that makes sense. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, maybe that's not entirely accurate, now that I'm trying to think of the track, but the point is, it was not fun. Like, I wanted to get good at the whole game itself, and be like those people who speedrun the whole game, like, not necessarily for the purpose of speedrunning it, but because I wanted to finish the Grand Prix. I couldn't finish Grand Prix. That's how hard it was. 150cc Retro Cups was destroying me. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I'll learn snaking, and that'll probably help. And it did. For Figure 8 Circuit, I did not mean to run into you. I'm not going to count you because I didn't mean to run into you. So if you see the counter not go up, that's why. We're just going to run away. Got away safely. Nice. Yeah, it was just not a good time. Like, Figure 8, I was quite good at, you know, I was actually getting good times and everything. And like I said, I did in fact beat the Staff Ghost. I got like a 133 or something was my record, I forget. And the Staff Ghost is like 136. So I was doing good, but it took so much practice just to get to that level on one course that trying to do it for the rest of the courses is so daunting. Like, I have huge respect for any Mario Kart DS player, or any Mario Kart player in general, who, like, puts in that kind of time and effort and is able to actually, like, dominate the courses and stuff. Like, huge respect. Because I can't. I tried so hard, and I just cannot. Like, mastering one course, and I didn't even master it. There's still, like, you can still get, like, a 111 or something. I think is what one of my pros in the chat said. They had, like, a 111. Which is absolutely absurd to me. But I've seen, like, the world record before and stuff, so I understand, like, how they do it. But I just can't pull it off. So even though that was kind of the game that I was like, ooh, this should be my first speedrunning game. No. I do intend to start, like, trying speedrunning at some point, which I know, as I said, like, I don't handle frustration very well, and blah, blah, blah. Like, speedrunning is a little different, because you expect glitches, you expect jankiness, you expect... Anyway, this one does count, so I'm gonna put it on the counter. You expect glitches, you expect... Anyway, sorry. Just updating the counter. It was being a little annoying, but I got it. Yeah, speedrunning's a little different, because the whole point is brute forcing it. But I would start with a glitchless speedrun. Like one where you're not trying to make it glitch. If it happens to glitch, that's one thing, but... And I was thinking Pokemon Ruby. Because I've heard that's a good first Pokemon game to, like, speedrun. I've also considered speedrunning Kirby Star Allies. Probably the guest star part of it. Which I'm not against doing, like... Because I have beat that game. I 100%ed the story mode of it, which is like 70% of the overall completion, I think is what it was. But I did, in fact, 100% the story mode. I got all the puzzle pieces, I got all the extra rooms, I got all that stuff. It was a fun game, I enjoyed it. And I know I said I'm not very good at platformers, but Kirby is way more forgiving. At least Kirby Star Allies is. Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland? Oof. That one is not forgiving at all. You get hit by one enemy and you die, and that's it. It's like, Jesus. or you get hit and you immediately lose your thing. And like that's kind of the case anyway in other Kirby games, even in Star Allies. But at least like I don't know, maybe it's just the way the movement feels or something, but it's ridiculous. Like, it's so bad. Nightmare in Dreamland is ridiculous to play. I tried so hard to enjoy it, and I just couldn't. Star Allies, though? Totally. Love it. I had a lot of fun with it. Like, I need a game that's forgiving. Because I'm not the best, like, I'm not the most skilled game player, so I need something that has a little bit of forgiveness, even just a little bit. A little bit of leeway, a little bit of forgiveness. Like, is that so much to ask for? I also really want to play Kirby, oh, what's it called? It's on the SNES, it's the golf one. Whatever that's called. Kirby Super Golf. Not Super Golf. What's it called? I forget, but if you know, you know. I watched, like, the Runaway guys play it and stuff, and it actually looks pretty cool. I like it. I almost went right past that. Still no shiny. That's okay. I'm having fun talking about video games, so it's fine. Gengar is thinking about camping. Wow. Cool. It's super effective. A critical hit. Wow, guys. Critical, like a crit totally matters. There's no way I would have beat it without the crit, guys. Anyway. Sorry, I like joking about that whenever I get a crit after a one-shot. Especially like a one-shot like that. Where I know it's just gonna one-shot it anyway, and I'm just like, wow, okay. Normally, like in a normal playthrough, I'd be like, oh nice, crit. Or, oh no, crit. When it's an enemy attacking me. But in this case, I'm just like, wow, look at that, a crit. That totally mattered. I don't know, I'm sarcastic sometimes, it's a thing. One day I'll get more viewers. I appreciate whoever's watching right now. Even if you're just watching in the background while you do whatever. I mean, doing arts and crafts, doing dishes, doing cooking, doing... I don't know, people watch streams doing all kinds of stuff. So even if I'm just like background noise to you, like I'm totally cool with that. I understand. I listen to streams in the background. Not like streams as they're live. I tend to watch VODs instead. But, like, I understand the appeal of it being in the background and stuff like that, for sure. Especially a stream like this, where nothing else, like, nothing's really happening on screen. Because I'm just biking back and forth looking for a Sandyghast that glows, and if it does, I run into it, and if it doesn't, I go away. You know, so... I did have someone come on stream and talk about Pokemon Champions once. That was nice. They didn't stick around for super long, maybe like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or something, but it was nice. That's how I learned Cinderace isn't in it. Dang it. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. My favorite is Pumpkaboo, but Cinderace is definitely up there as it's one of my favorite starters. Probably my favorite starter. Which I've learned starter is not the official term. Apparently first partner Pokemon is what they're called. I prefer starter, and will use starter. Oh. I almost didn't even see you. It's super effective. Wow. Your Pokemon gained EXP points. Oh, Mimikyu is so close to leveling up, guys. It's insane. We're gonna have a level 68 Mimikyu. Woohoo! Let's go! Level 68. Woohoo! I know I could give it candies. Like, I probably have candies to give it if I really wanted to. Do I? I have 3 large and 1 XL. I guess not. Okay. I have a lot of stuff in that pocket, apparently. My goodness. Where does the character keep all of it? Is it some kind of quantum storage? Because that's a lot of stuff to carry around, man. It must be. Must be Arceus' doing. Giving characters quantum pockets. That mad lad. But anyway. I'm wearing like glasses and a headband and headphones, and it is starting to give me a headache. So I will be very glad when the stream is done and I can take it off. Not that I want the stream to end early. I'm not ending it early, don't worry. I'm still going till 5. But, it's definitely, like... Hold on. Okay, that's a little bit better. I moved the headband so it wasn't directly right up against the back of my ear, you know, where you can kind of push it back a little bit. That's all I did. It's one of those thick headbands, too. But it's not like a hard plastic one. It's one of those fabric wrapped ones. So that makes it a little better, at least. Gengar. I would love to have a shiny, Gengar one day. I know Gengar is not a good shiny. 12. One that I would love to have is shiny Chandelure. But that one is one I might have to, like, breed or something. Yay! Mimikyu grew to level 68! Woohoo! Whoop, whoop! Let's go! Let's go, Mimikyu! Our ace, right? Totally. I mean, what level are these Sandyghast? I haven't actually been paying attention. I want to say they're level 60, but I could be wrong. Mimikyu could take them out, probably, but I'd rather just use my level 100 Pokemon. Yeah, I want to play Scarlet and Violet so bad, but I'm just so worried about the lag. Like, I know the Switch 2 Switch 2 version improved it quite a lot, which is great. Like, props to whoever has a Switch 2 and is able to play it properly, without lag. And without glitches. But, I'm not one of those people. Unfortunately. So I would have to deal with the lag. Which would be unfortunate. Okay. How was that? Was that beautiful? With my crackly voice, was that gorgeous? I'm just joking. Okay. Went to some yard sales today. Got this cute mug that is like shaped. It has like cat ears on it. Very cute. 13, still no shiny. Anyway. It's super effective. Sometimes there's 2 brilliant ones, but that has not happened yet today. Yeah, part of me wants Scarlet and Violet, like, purely for the shiny hunting, I won't lie. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to run into you, sorry. I was looking at my restream and it says I have 0 viewers, but on my phone it says I have 1 viewer, so I don't know which one is accurate. If I have a viewer, like I said, I appreciate that you're here, thank you. If I don't, then ignore that, because there's nobody to listen to that anyway. It's super effective. I know I can just run away from them, I don't have to actually fight each one of them, but it's part of how I keep track. Because, yeah. Seeing how many of an attack I have left helps confirm that, like, oh, I didn't skip any. When I updated my counter, kind of thing. I wish I knew the exact number of encounters, but I really don't. I know it's over 1,000 because my Pokedex says 999 and it has for a long time. But I don't know past that. Like, it could be past 2K. Probably not past 3K. But it could be past 2K at this rate. Like, I don't know. Or, like, maybe, like, 1,500 or... I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I wasn't keeping track early on, so I honestly have no idea. I only started actually keeping track when I started streaming it. And you'll see this is what, part 8, I think? And each time I get like, I don't know, like 10 to 15 encounters. So, I've gotten somewhere around 80 to, I don't know. I don't know what 15 times 8 would be. $15 times 4 is 60. So 120. So between 80 and 120 encounters, let's say that. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I won't do the same joke again. But it totally mattered. Sorry, I'll stop. Okay. 15 is pretty good, though. I don't get 15 every time. Like I said, I get 10 to 15. Sometimes it'll just be 10. And it's like, well, oh well. Sorry. I like music. I'm a big fan of music. I could talk about music. Like Niani and Set It Off and Melanie Martinez and I don't know. Aviva. Who else? Starset. I don't know. There's a lot of artists I listen to. Like a lot. I'm barely scratching the surface. Surface. I cannot talk today, apparently. So excuse that. I usually have at least one viewer. But not always chatting. Most of the time not chatting. So I don't know if it's like... It's not me, because it started off saying 0. And I didn't do anything to trigger it, so it's not me. It's definitely either a bot or an actual person watching. But because there's no chat, like, I don't know which it is. Which is not saying anything, like, if you're watching, like I said, in the background, totally fine. I don't expect you to chat. I'm just saying it's a little hard to tell and be sure if you don't. But don't take that as, like, oh, well, now I gotta, because they don't know. Like, no, just don't worry about it. Just me thinking out loud, don't. That's basically what this whole stream is just me thinking out loud. If I say something odd or something like that, then just pay no mind to it. It's not important. I'm just trying to shiny hunt my sandcastle. That's all I want is a black sandcastle. Is that too much to ask? That's all I want. That's all I've been trying to do. The black sandcastle. I think I actually did get 16 encounters in one stream I did. I can't remember which one, obviously. But, in one of them I think I did get 16 instead of 15. I feel like I get around 12 to 13 more often, but I have gotten... Like, this is not my first time getting 15, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I know I said I was gonna go till 5, but I actually usually stop at around 4:55. So we're coming up on time. Because I feed my kitty cats at 5, and so I like to get off a few minutes early to pick up my stuff, wind up my cords and all that, and then go feed them. I have 3 cats. I love them. They are my world. I'm not gonna say what they're named, just because I don't feel like it, but they're my precious babies. If someone who's watched, like, previous streams of mine, like, especially Pokemon Heart Gold, or, I don't know, a lot of different streams I've had. I have had a cat show up pretty often that I've called by name, so if you know, you know, but at the same time, like, I have a cat who likes to come to me right as I'm getting ready to wrap up, or sometime in the middle of the stream, or... He's a good boy. He's my old man baby. He's my baby old man. He's like, 11? 10 or 11 at this point? 10, I want to say. He's my old man. My baby old man. He likes to come see what I'm doing and meow at me and be like, I'm hungry. Cause him's a silly boy. Tired. Can we get one more? Or is 15 gonna be our... Every time the Pokemon community game bot does something, I'm like, ooh, a chat. And it's like, nope. Darn. If you're watching in the background, you can't see it anyway, but I do have a bot in the chat called Pokemon Community Game. And every, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, something like that, it says like, oh, someone appeared. Catch it using Pokecatch. Winners revealed in 90 seconds. And that says like, oh, nobody caught it. They escaped. Because I'm not catching it and nobody else is in my chat catching it, so... Okay. I'm gonna look for one more and then I'm gonna call it. I just really wanted to do one more. Oh! Perfect. Still no shiny, but we got to a nice, even 16. Nice. Okay. We're gonna save the game. Save my progress. Beautiful. Okay. So that's all for today. Whoever was here watching, there's apparently somebody. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize once again for not having a camera today, but it was lagging. And I will see you on Monday for some Pokemon Sword in German. We will be taking on B, probably. Who is called something else in German that Saida, I want to say, or something like that. But I'll call her B in the title so people know who I'm talking about. Okay. And that is all, and I will see you then, and the arcade is now closing. Bye.